Hi, I'm Corey with HubSpot Academy. To determine the success of your content, you have to set goals and track the right metrics for your business. Chances are, this isn't your first time setting goals for a marketing effort. Even if you're a seasoned marketing professional, a quick refresh on goal setting can have a huge impact on the success of your content efforts. There are a lot of metrics that you can report on with each piece of content that you create, which can feel overwhelming. So let's take a step back and set the foundation for a successful content analysis. In this video, we'll cover how to set SMART goals based off of historical data and industry benchmarks. Did you know that companies who don't know their key performance indicators, or KPIs, are less likely to meet their revenue goals? In fact, almost 75% of companies that miss their revenue goals don't know their visitor, lead, qualified leads, or sales opportunities data. This can easily be avoided by building out a strategy for measuring and analyzing your content's performance. There are a ton of metrics out there that you can report on to understand your content's performance. For a blog post, you might be interested in web page visitors, time on page, and referral traffic. For a video, maybe you're more interested in watch time, social media shares, and impressions. And if you're offering a webinar, landing page conversions for registration might be your top metric. Regardless of what type of content you're measuring, there are numerous metrics that impact its success. But before we dig into all the metrics that you can track, let's get familiar with setting and evaluating goals. Setting metric-oriented goals is essential for determining the impact of your content. Setting SMART goals is a great way to identify the metrics that are important to your business and achievable with your content. SMART goals are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. For example, a SMART goal could be to increase monthly website leads from 1,000 to 1,500 by the end of the year. To start setting SMART goals, use historical data. This data can be used to benchmark your past content performance. You can use your previous performance and key metrics to identify what goals will make sense for your future content efforts. But if you don't have historical data, don't worry. There are other ways you can get started by setting SMART goals. Looking at industry benchmarks is a great way to get a feel for what metrics are important and how other companies are performing. To check out some industry benchmarks, take a look at the guide in the resources section. However, use this as a starting point only. Your content's performance will likely fluctuate from the industry standard. If you're an online fashion startup, for example, one of your goals might be to increase brand awareness. One of the metrics that you use to measure how well you're progressing towards your goal might be social shares. You want your audience to share the content you publish on social media to expand the reach of your posts and ultimately increase brand awareness. Going off of the industry benchmarks, you'd likely set a goal to achieve over 1,300 shares on social media. But with a brand new company, it's pretty unlikely that you'd achieve this goal when the company's still in startup mode. In short, don't feel bad if you're below the industry standard. Do some experimentation and gauge how you're currently performing, and then set new benchmarks based off of that data that's specific to your company. Lastly, analyzing how your content impacts revenue for your business is another performance indicator to measure. The amount of revenue generated will not always be indicative of a successful piece of content. It all depends on your goals. If you're running an awareness campaign, for example, revenue might not be the best metric to track. However, for your content geared towards lead generation, for example, tracking the revenue generated after a lead converted on your content indicates which pieces of content are most successful at driving sales. Use this data to prioritize future pieces of content. By identifying and setting SMART goals for your content, you'll reveal which metrics are important to track and set the foundation for analyzing your content performance.